Imagine standing on a cliff, surrounded by icy peaks, a turquoise lake glimmering below, and knowing none of your friends have ever seen anything like this. You're about to discover 5 jaw-dropping places in Switzerland you need to see right now. I'm taking you off the beaten path and showing scenes so unreal you'll feel like you stepped into a fantasy novel. By the end, you'll be plotting your trip, not tomorrow, but today. First place. Lauterbrunnen Valley. Picture this. 72 waterfalls thundering down from sheer cliffs, cows grazing in flower-carpeted meadows, and a fresh chill in your breath at every turn. Lauterbrunnen Valley is one of the deepest valleys in the Alps and has been called the Valley of 72 Waterfalls. One of its stars is the Stabbuck Falls, dropping nearly 300 meters, and then there's Trummelbuck Falls, glaciers releasing water inside the mountain itself. If you like hiking, there are trails with views so dramatic each glance feels like a painting. Second place. Zermatt and the Matterhorn. This is the Switzerland you've seen in postcards, the pyramid-shaped peak of the Matterhorn piercing the sky. Zermatt is car-free, peaceful, and full of charm: wooden chalets, cobblestone streets, chocolate shops, and Swiss cheese. Even if you're not a mountaineer, you can take cable cars up to Klein Matterhorn or the Gornergrad, where you'll stare at a sea of mountains that seems to never end. At sunrise, the peaks glow pink. At sunset, golden. It's one of those rare spots where nature shows off. Third place. Lucerne and Mount Pilatus. Lucerne is your classic Swiss town. A lake surrounded by mountains, medieval walls, a beautiful chapel bridge with painted roof panels, and towers that feel like out of a fairy tale. Then there's Mount Pilatus, 2 ways up, either by the world's steepest cogwheel train or by cable car. Once you're at the top, you've got 360-degree views of Lake Lucerne, alpine peaks, and little towns dotting the landscape. On clear days, you can see up to 73 peaks. It's serene, it's beautiful, and it's accessible. Fourth place. The Jungfrau Region, Grindelwald, Wengen, Mürren. This area is like Switzerland's heart. Think lush valleys, high ridges, soaring glaciers. Grindelwald is wild and rugged. Wengen is perched high and quiet. Mürren seems suspended above everything. You can ride the Jungfraujoch, Europe's highest train station at over 11,300 feet, and see the Aletsch Glacier, the longest glacier in the Alps. The views are insane. Ice fields, rolling meadows, mountain goats, and silence so deep it almost rings in your ears. Fifth place. Lake Geneva and Montreux versus Lavaux Terraces. You want variety? Swap snow-capped peaks for shimmering lakes. On the shores of Lake Geneva you've got Montreux with its jazz festival, its lakeside walk with flowers and cafes, and Chateau Chillon, an island castle floating just offshore. Then drive along Lavaux, a UNESCO World Heritage Region, and you'll find vineyards carved into steep terraces above the lake. Wine tastings, sunset walks, olive trees, yes, olive trees, and views so peaceful you'll swear time slowed down. But here's the thing. Switzerland is expensive. Flights, hotels, food, it adds up. Also, if you don't plan for the seasons, some places might be too cold, inaccessible, or mobbed with tourists. You could spend a fortune or end up disappointed by cloudy skies or shut down trails. How to get the most out of these amazing places without blowing your budget or ending up frustrated? Let me walk you through some tips and stories so you can avoid common pitfalls. Tip 1. Time it right. Summer, June-August, is gorgeous. Wildflowers, full greenery, warm weather, but also peak season. Trails are open, lakes are beautiful, but prices? Through the roof. Shoulder seasons, May or September, are golden. Fewer crowds, lower rates, still lovely weather. For example, I went to Lauterbrunnen in early September once. The weather was perfect, the waterfalls still roaring, but no tour buses blocking the view. Tip 2. Where to stay without overpaying. Look for smaller villages or towns near major sites. Stay in townships that are 20–40 minutes away instead of right on the lake or at the base of the mountain. For example, instead of Montreux, try staying in Vevey or even somewhere inland and commute. Or around Zermatt, Some little places in the valley offer guest houses at better price. Also, Swiss public transport is excellent, so staying a little outside doesn't mean missing out. Tip 3. Use passes and smart transport choices. Get the Swiss travel pass if you plan to use trains, buses, boats. It can cover a lot, like the route to Jungfrau Region, buses up to hiking trailheads, ferries on lakes. Also, cable cars and cogwheel trains are splurge-worthy, but you can mix free hikes or look for combination tickets or twilight deals. Tip 4. Pack for surprise weather. Mountains are fickle. Sunny in the valley, snow at the top. Layers are your friend. Waterproof jacket, warm mid-layer even in summer. Sunglasses, sunscreen, and sturdy shoes. One time I was up on Mount Pilatus, sun shining below, snow flurries above, and I was really glad for that extra jacket. Tip 5. Balance your itinerary. Don't try to cram everything in 1 week. Pick maybe 2-3 major regions. For example, combine Lucerne plus Mount Pilatus plus the Lake Geneva Lavaux area. Or Zermatt plus Lauterbrunnen plus Jungfrau Region. That way you get depth, not rush. Also leave buffer days in case of rain or transit delays. Okay, imagine this. You're standing at Jungfrau Region at sunrise, above the clouds. The sky is shaking off its dark cloak, mountains glowing pink, glaciers sparkling like diamonds, and you feel every hardship, every expensive hotel, every cold hike, every early morning ride, was worth it. That moment where nature congratulates you for making the trip. That moment where Switzerland doesn't just look like photos, it feels magical. That's what these 5 places can give you. Let me wrap it up. Lauterbrunnen Valley for waterfalls and dream landscapes. Zermatt and the Matterhorn for iconic peaks and sky-touching beauty. Lucerne and Mount Pilatus for fairytale towns and high-altitude serenity. The Jungfrau region for glaciers, alpine air, and silence. Lake Geneva and Lavaux for wine, lakeside charm, and warm sunsets. Plan smart, go off-peak, stay wisely, pack layers, and you'll stretch your dollars and make memories that last a lifetime. If this helped you feel even 1% better, go ahead and hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more simple ways to upgrade your life every day.